Okay, so this is for all the folks who are on the verge of crashing out, given all the news, okay? Do what it is that you need to do, but I'm going to hold your hand as I say all of this, okay? Do not comply. Okay, there's so much that's going on domestically and internationally, and far right wing governments such as ours and all over the globe wreaking havoc. Okay, seems like every minute of every day is something, and it's hard to keep up. It's the constant sense of dread and fear and despair and confusion. And I'm here to remind you that it's by design. All of this is meant to discourage you from acting and disrupting, and instead to just accept what is happening, because there's no way that you could possibly do anything to stop it, right? Wrong. In the film The Great Debaters, released in 2007 and directed and starring Denzel Washington, he plays Professor Melvin Tolson, who coaches the first debate team at Wiley College, which is an HBCU in Marshall, Texas, in 1935. These students debate other HBCUs and eventually Harvard, all while living in the Jim Crow South, with the threat of lynchings, violent intimidation by neighbors, and police brutality everywhere that they go. Get yourselves over to Peacock to watch it if you haven't seen it. In their final debate with Harvard, two students, James Farmer Jr. and Samantha Book, all these people are based on real people, by the way. They all have to argue in the affirmative for the following: civil disobedience as a moral weapon in the fight for justice, something my ancestors have been doing for centuries, sometimes civil and other times uncivil, all for the advancement of Black folks and therefore all folks. I'm here because I have ancestors who survived this transatlantic slave trade and chattel slavery, Jim Crow, and so much more in this, and who fought against this system, the system that is so incredibly racist, sexist, homophobic, transphobic, ableist, and corrupt. And they fought it by any means necessary. Back in 2020, out of protest, I created Our Voices Project, where we share the stories and lived experiences of Black, Brown, Indigenous peoples, and we're going to tell the true history, despite others wanting to bury that history. And what I'm saying to you is, what is your role in this fight? What are your abilities? What are the causes that you care deeply about? Okay? Use those abilities. Use those gifts that you've been given. Okay, and join a local organization, whether it's local, whether it's national. I'm in Rochester, New York. I created Our Voices Project, and I'm constantly doing things for other folks. What could you be doing in your communities? How could you be contributing nationally, okay, to make sure that those who are at the most risk, right, of falling victim to these systems, what is it that you're doing, okay? Again, if you're feeling frozen in all this, or if you're out here getting into debates with people and arguing with folks who are determined to misunderstand you, or you're constantly throwing the blame at other people, direct that energy to either uplifting and protecting marginalized and oppressed lives, fighting against the system, or both. But no matter what it is that you do, do not comply.